Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Wajaha and today we're talking about NFTs. Ethereum NFTs, they're just going crazy again. You know, you've got series like Doodles and Alien Friends that are just skyrocketing every single day. And over the last few weeks, you know, some of these series have gone from tiny valuations to, 10, 20, 50, even 100x's in just a short period of time. And when we're in this kind of market, this kind of NFT bull run euphoria, often there are a variety of different ways that you can actually make some money. And today I want to kind of talk to you about how you can kind of evaluate whether or not a project is a good investment or whether or not it's something that you should just leave on the side. And ultimately, in my opinion, I think that there's four main categories that you kind of have to analyze and that you kind of have to look at when you're focusing on a particular NFT series. So as always, let's get straight to it. Now the question is, what are these four different subcategories or categories that I like to use when analyzing an NFT series? And I thought, let's just talk about them one by one, break them down to some extent, and then you can kind of use them for yourself when you kind of analyze your own project. And you know what? I think in the next video, what I might do as well is I might just show you how I kind of implement this whilst analyzing a NFT or researching an NFT project. So the first one and the first kind of thing that I look at is the actual NFT itself. What is the point of it? What does it give you? What kind of features does it have? What is it essentially? And a lot of people, when they see an NFT series, they immediately just focus and fixate on the actual artwork itself that's often linked to that particular NFT. And yeah, I think, there's some value in that, but ultimately there isn't that much. I've seen some NFT projects that don't look particularly great, but have performed amazingly, whereas others that look fantastic and the artwork has had so much effort put into it, but from an investment point of view, it just hasn't performed well and the opportunity cost really has hurt them. So I don't think the artwork is that important. I think it makes, a slight impact, but not that much. Rather, it's the features that make the difference. So you need to first look at the NFT series or the NFT that you're looking at buying and see, by buying it, what benefits does it give me? Does it give me any hold to access features? And some examples are things like, does it give you access to metaverse events? Does it give you access to concerts, music events? Does it give you access to playing a particular game? Does it give you access to, various different things? Ultimately, it has to be down to what is it that that particular NFT gives you. If it doesn't give you anything, then it's not going to work well in the long term. And, there's a chance that it just really doesn't take off. So really, you kind of need to see, where the value comes from that particular NFT in terms of kind of features and or hold to access sort of events and things like that. So that's kind of the first thing that I always look at, and I'd recommend you to do the same. The second thing revolves around the kind of roadmap and kind of where things are going in the future. Now, often an NFT series, when it just comes out, it's not going to have that many features, but the roadmap will give you an idea of kind of what things are coming out, what updates are coming out, what kind of features are going to come that will give you more value from that particular NFT series. And a common thing that comes out a lot are airdrops. And I think airdrops are cool, but again, they're not really valuable things. They are just kind of a gimmick in most cases to kind of artificially, tell people that, they're getting more value. But ultimately, you're just getting another NFT that probably doesn't do much itself. So roadmap's really important. Updates, things like that are really important in kind of the growth, not only with onboarding more people, but also to kind of, give you more stuff from holding that particular NFT series. So roadmaps are really important. I think a lot of people, they look at the Bored Ape Yacht Club roadmap and kind of use that as a gold standard. And if you have a look at the Bored Ape Yacht Club roadmap, you'll see that there's a bunch of different things on there, a bunch of different things coming, and kind of compare the roadmaps to that one, and you can kind of get a good idea of whether or not things are looking good or things are not looking so good. The third thing, and again, this is a really important one, but it revolves around the team working behind that particular project. So, having a team that is well trusted, not anonymous, and that's well known in the community, that is what you want. That is the best. So, you know, do some research behind the people running the project itself, not just the creators, but also the developers, some of the people working on the admin side of things, some of the people working on the social side of things. You know, look at everyone. And ultimately, if they've got a reputation, that's a good thing, because if the project fails, their reputation goes down. People don't want to mess up their reputation. So, you know, I think if you've got trustworthy people working on the project that are well known, you know, that's a good thing. So try and look for projects that have that sort of stuff. And the last thing, and arguably the most important, revolves around the community. It essentially revolves around the people who are following and supporting that particular NFT series. And you know, if you don't have any followers and you don't have any support, well, you're not going to grow and you're not going to get eyes on the project, then, you know, your kind of investment is not going to work out. So you really need to look at, you know, who are the holders of that particular NFT series? You know, is it well distributed as well? But also, you know, how many followers do they have on social media? Are they interacting well? Who's actively shilling the project on social media? Who's active in the Discord groups? You know, are there influencers or more famous people on board with the project? Because that also helps to drive hype, and you know, that sort of stuff is good for the project overall. Now, I think sometimes you have to also be aware that this can be negative. You know, overhyping and overshilling can cause the kind of pump and dumps. So you don't want that either. It's all about having a fine balance. But I think if you do your research and, you know, have a look on Twitter and Discord predominantly, you will be able to find out this information. So I think when you're looking at a project, it should have a balance of all four of those domains. If one is slacking, then you can still get away with it at times, as long as in the future they kind of fix up on that. But generally, the strongest projects, the ones that, you know, produce the greatest investments in terms of price appreciation, because ultimately that's what I'm here for. You know, I do love NFTs, I do build attachments to some of them, but ultimately I'm here to kind of make some profit. Well, yeah, you need to basically tick those four domains in order to do that. So that's kind of my recommendation. You know, take some time. It is something that you're not going to get first time. You're going to need a variety of different tools to kind of help you with this as well, but with time, hopefully you get the hang of it. So that's what I've got for you today, very quick video. In the next video, I'm going to show you myself actively researching a project, and then hopefully you can kind of follow some of those steps along and implement them within your own research. That's what I've got for you today. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another video soon.